sponsored by Model Makers Workshop. Need parts for your next model project? Model Makers Workshop has you covered with the best aftermarket accessories around. And by Gaahleri, your one-stop shopping for all your airbrush needs. Hello, this is Ken, and thank you for tuning in to the Model Building and Retirement channel. So this past weekend, I went to the Three Rivers Auto Modeler Show in New Stanton, Pennsylvania. A nice, small show, but a very nice, well-organized show. Really had a great time there. They had decent vendors and a fair turnout on the models. It was a People's Choice show, and I'm proud to have received the #1 first place People's Choice Award. I'm very honored with that, and that was for my 1969 Camaro USAC. I have a picture of above here of that car. That's the one with the color shift paint. But I was very honored to have been voted #1 for that. Met so many nice people. People came up to me that recognized me from the channel, and I can't tell you how much I enjoy you guys coming up to me and talking. Because it just opens up the opportunity to talk models, and I don't mind that at all. So I really appreciate it. I'm not going to remember half your names, but maybe next year, we'll get a little bit better at that. But really had a great time. Picked up a couple things from the vendors. I figured that I'd better get this Mobius Comet Pro Touring car. It's been out for a while, but I didn't want to miss my opportunity on this one, so picked that up. It's going to be one of my future builds. And also, I picked up the 66 Chevelle with the flip nose version. This is, I think, a 3-in-1 kit. And the reason I mainly picked this one up is I'm working on the Project Falcon Menace series that appears every Friday morning at 9 o'clock. Because I'm modifying that front end to flip a little bit, this is a flip nose kit too, so I thought it would give me some guidelines and inspiration. I'm not going to steal from this kit because I want to build this too, but I think it'll give me an idea how I could scratch build my own front suspension and flip mechanism for that. So I already had ideas up in my head, but when I saw this model, it's like, well, why not? Let's get that. So. All right, so while I was there, I did get an opportunity to take pictures of the models and some fairly good pictures of the or video of the vendor section. So without any further delay, check it out. Oh, I see.
Yeah, but this year, this you love that program. I love that. One of those trucks, I think, didn't come out. Combination of both. You know, Gene had a good idea. We could bring some stuff, some of your grip models.
Yeah, I didn't know I would have, but then
You know,
next
I'm lucky to get out of bed and get up in here.
get out of bed, period.
No kidding.
I know a lot of people who
lights on it. Like they've got the cabin. That's all.
Hey, I know you from Facebook. Or from
Then they got the McLaren.
You can't all just resell it. That's their model. Heartland is used. The Tiny Toon is not an import.
I built the other one, the main page one, and I built the second one.
Russ is good. Like he brought in the whoever they are.
I'm always afraid I'm going to drop that camera on somebody's model and I'm going to have to run like crazy.
I got this little cable that I use, and I got a strap that goes around your arm. I always put that strap
There you go.
around.
It wasn't until editing this that I realized I did not get any video of my own cars there, but I know what they look like. So these are the winners. Third place was this nice little field find. Second place was the big rig with the car hauler, and first place was the 69 Camaro. Okay, so now let's take a look at the vendor area.
Years ago, we had, not long before I retired, we had a BMW Roadster convertible something or other. I think that's what it was. But it was a semi-automatic. You hit a button and it went and drive. It had a clutch in it, but you didn't use the clutch. I don't remember all the details, but it got towed in, wouldn't move. Long story short, I told you, long story short, it was in another garage. Somebody had pulled a shop rag up and left it laying under the hood, and there was a button, a sensor under the hood. And the hood wouldn't close tight, and the button was depressed, and the thing wouldn't go forward, it wouldn't move. Yeah, Army was online for like a day and a half trying to figure it out. And hey, buddy, go open the hood, see if there's anything under the hood. There's a shop rag there. Drum, tapped the button, and away it went. Too smart for their own good sometimes. Yeah. They are. Sometimes they're too smart for their own good.
You would not use a shop rag.
Well, I mean, because it came from another garage. That was the whole point. It would come from.
And somebody uses the shock rag.
Well, they might. I don't know. You know, I don't remember, but I just remember it was a shop rag, and it was just laying there forward. It was right where there's either a sensor or a mechanical button there, and they closed the hood down on it. You know what I mean? And the vehicle saw that as an open hood and wouldn't let it move. Put it in, it wouldn't go drive, reverse, couldn't do any damn thing. And then within a year or two, whatever, I was like, nice talking to you, because this is. Because I remember Army standing there one day. Oh, you got to change this.
Yeah, that'll make it seem Well, the reason I like this is because the last couple of things they had
And he would actually
Mongo is a total call.
with this phone and information. There's this thing plugged in the transmission. And now what GM has brought all this
Kid I know high school. I'm sure where he got I bet you got struck out. They called it Yeah. Yeah.
Chip Tim Salmon's cool.
They're different, man. I want a 59 or 60. I was at Carlisle about
What's up, bud? Hey. There you are. Chip Tim sandwich for sale, $10.
That's cheap in today's economy.
Tomato too.
You got to charge extra for that, like Burger King does. Hey, how you doing? Look, Bill, they got sewing kits too.
There's a few, huh?
Sewing kits too.
Their extensions to make basically what we used to call wild custom.
Yeah, these vintage kits are neat.
Basically, he's going to my buddy because he don't have one. Well, you can't. Welcome to Paul's Truck. Huh? Welcome to Paul's Truck.
Anyway, it's one of the metropolis. Big city.
I couldn't believe that.
So
Because I've had people ask me, well, how come there's more shows in the summer? I said, because nobody's going to football because they're all doing summer things. You know, they're boating or golfing or whatever.
When the snow flies, you end up inside.
Yeah, then you like, okay, now I go to the show because it's stuff I'm interested in.
Shut up. We travel shows in the summer.
Well, some people do have shows. Most of them are in.
Look at your poster. The thing is, that's I was going to say, if you can use that poster.
Okay, so that concludes my coverage of the Three Rivers Auto Modeler show in New Stanton, PA yesterday. Tell you what, it was a great show. I really appreciate the organizers for putting together such a nice event. And like I said, so many nice people. I enjoyed talking all day. I was almost hoarse by the end of the day, but all in fun. I really enjoyed it. So, all right, I just wanted to share that with you a little bit and show you a little bit about the show. And if you're ever in the area, they do have 1 or 2 shows annually. So check it out and make sure you grab those flyers at the shows. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.